Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions,
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Mike.
and we all decided to sit down today and talk a little bit about how to help you guys prep for class a little bit. So let's talk about kind of the learning process, right, Miss Teacher?
Yes.
Okay. So one of the things that we have found that most successful anyway is that when people engage in our class, ask good questions, and people sometimes feel like they're really embarrassed to ask questions. We welcome those questions. So that's a good way to kind of help help that success rate. Another one is take good notes during class. Okay. We give you quite a extensive book, and the book actually is not printed on two-sided because I left the back page blank so you can take notes. But so take those notes, ask those questions, and engage in the class, and honestly, that's kind of the recipe for success.
Yeah, we like to have good discussions during the class. It's not just we're going to stand here and talk at you. We like to talk with you.
Yep. So, and I agree, 100%. Our classes are a discussion, and they are, I think everybody learns better that way. Nobody learns very well with the peanuts teacher. Or Ben Stein, like I like to say. I'm not a Ben Stein guy. Just kind of one of those things of engage in the class, take those notes, ask those questions. It is kind of a case that, we don't want to go down the rabbit holes or off topic. There are times to answer those questions, and those questions are important, and we will get to those. But it's kind of one of those things of, if you got a question that's maybe off topic, write it down. Because we do give you a little notepad to write those questions down. So write it down, and absolutely, we will absolutely be more than happy to address it.
Love to talk about it. We just also like to keep the class moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're shy, write it down and then show it to us on a break. That's okay, because we know that some people are shy. I tend to be one of them. So I would write something down and then show it to one of us if you don't want to ask in front of everybody.
Yeah, because sometimes, we get a lot of people that come through class that may be going through something personal that they don't want the world to know. But it definitely affects their personal safety. We're more than happy to address those things. So.
And we give you a pen when you come in, but we also suggest that you bring a highlighter or a pencil if you like to write in pencil. And like Brandon said, you can write directly in your book. If you want to bring a notebook, great. You don't have to. But if you want to, you can. But we do suggest bringing a highlighter and a pencil if you want.
Yep. What about ammo, Mike?
Yeah, well, safety is like the big thing, and we talk about it extensively during the class. The one thing that we do, I don't want to say require is that there be no live ammo in the classroom. So when you get here, if you want to bring your firearm with you, that's fine if you want to work with that. But do leave all ammo out in your vehicle, secured. Which brings us to another point that in the state of Ohio, at least, unless you have your concealed handgun license, you cannot have the ammo and the firearm in the same compartment of the car, and you also cannot have the ammo in any magazines. So it needs to be secured. If you have the firearm in the trunk, the ammo needs to be in the boxes in the glove box, or some other part of the vehicle. So, it's something we're very strict about because it's for everyone's safety.
Yeah. Well, and going with that too, having that ammo stored properly in the car can prevent a concealed weapons charge, which, when it concerns firearms, is a felony. So don't risk it. It's not a suggestion that the gun shops make to you. They're doing it for your well-being. abide by it, okay? And if they don't tell you that, then boy, bad on them. So, you know, and going along with the safety too, we're gonna look at the safety brief here. We're gonna show you we're gonna kind of fade to the rules, and we're gonna talk about the rules of safe gun handling a little bit early on, so it kind of gets fresh in your brain. And we'll, you know, go through that. Steph?
And another thing about safety is not necessarily with your firearm or with ammo, but it's you as a person. If you have personal health issues, you need to be upfront with us. And it doesn't mean that you have to tell everyone in the class. You can tell one of us individually. So let's say you're on blood thinners, or let's say you're a diabetic, or you have vertigo, or you have hearing issues, or something like that. You need to tell us so we can prep for that. And there is no shame in any of that. Even at our ages, we all have health concerns.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of life, it's part of getting older and learning how to adjust and still be able to shoot and still be able to protect yourself. It's knowing how to deal with it. And when you come into the classroom, please bring something to drink and make it more than one. Brandon laughs at me. I've got this big jug, and a lot of the teachers at school that I teach at, it literally is 64 ounces that I fill every day, and I take to school where I teach every day because I'm not going to get dehydrated. Because I know if I get dehydrated, I get dizzy, I get migraines, and yeah, it's really bad. And I drink that throughout an entire day. So make sure you have plenty to drink. Make sure you bring some food, because we are in the classroom a minimum of 6 hours. It usually ends up being about 7.5. Yes, we take a quick break for lunch, but if you have dietary restrictions, just bring what you need to eat. So then you know that you've got food, because it is a long day. And when you get to the range, you don't want to be going off an empty stomach. You don't want to be dehydrated. You want to be at your best even after you've been in a classroom all day. I snack throughout the day, so you'll see me eating and drinking, and that's just how I roll anymore, because I have found that works for me.
Yeah, caffeine is not a quick fix on that.
No.
If I can add a little bit to that, our classroom part is pretty intense. There's a lot of information thrown at you, and I like to say ours isn't an average class, and therefore we don't produce average students.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's, we strive for excellence. So it's a long, hard day. I'm not going to kid you. And if you get to the range and you're dehydrated or something like that, you're not going to be at your best, and you're not going to be able to achieve the excellence that we hope you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we've got a refrigerator, we've got a microwave, we've got a electric kettle that we can make hot water. So if you like coffee, bring coffee singles and you can make more coffee. We don't have that. We've got tea, we've got hot cocoa, we've got cider. We just don't keep the coffee because we don't drink it, and yeah, we don't want it to go bad.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're not around.
bring coffee.
Yeah.
Then bring me one too.
But the goal is for you to perform your best and better yourself throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
We are here to help you and give you the tools to best help you. We're not here to tell you exactly how to do things. We're here to help you down the path of success. So this is part of that path.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we need for class. Okay, and I'm gonna we're gonna kind of blend this in a little bit. So make sure that you look at the round count for the class. Our concealed carry class is 150 rounds. That's really kind of a recommended. It's a little bit more than what the actual course of fire is, but if you need to shoot it again, or one stage again, does give you a little bit more ammo to be able to do that with. If you want to bring more, great, because, over prepared is, being prepared, right?
Mhm.
But make sure, one of the things that can help you too is if you've got extra magazines for the gun, one or two extra magazines will definitely save you some loading time. Or even if you have a hard time loading your magazines, go out and get yourself a Meglula. Those things are awesome.
As far as safety gear, you're definitely going to need eye and ear protection. It is a requirement at all the ranges. You may want to something like a ball cap or something like that, and Steph will talk, about what women should wear and things like that in a minute here. But yeah, you definitely want to come prepared for the weather. If we're shooting inside the range we use, it's either really cold in the winter or really hot in the summer. So if you want to bring a sweater or sweatshirt or something that you can wear other than your winter coat, that's always a good idea.
Yeah, because it is a little difficult to shoot in a winter coat.
And good sturdy shoes, no flip-flops or sandals or barefoot.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
definitely going to say you want tennis shoes at the minimum, and then depending on if it's indoors or outdoors, and depending on the weather, boots can be a good thing because if it's outdoors and it's muddy, helps prevent your feet from getting wet and nasty and give you that ankle support. And in the winter, when we're indoors, helps to keep your feet warm because you got that extra rubber sole that's thick and all that. As far as, I'm going to say one more thing about the ear protection. If you have never shot before, you might want to think about getting both earplugs, like the foam earplugs, and over the ear, because it does get loud. We do have some earplugs, but we do not have extra over the ears. And you can pick up over the ear headphones at just about any gun store or off of Amazon. You can contact us and we'll give you some recommendations.
Yeah.
As far as clothes, going off what Mike was saying, you definitely want to look at the weather. If it's chilly, Under Armour is great, both long sleeve and short sleeve. Layers, even in the summer, is great. And this is for guys, but definitely for women. You want to have this covered because when we're indoor shooting, things will bounce off walls and go down shirts, and yeah, y'all will see a picture that will get stuck in your brain, and we'll just leave it at that. So you want to have clothing that will protect your body. If we're outdoors, it might be 90 degrees. You still, and we're saying this from experience, if you're gonna wear shorts, make sure you have plenty of sunscreen.
SPF 1000.
Yeah,
Very good sunscreen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't go with the 30 SPF, do like 40, 45, 100. And we're only saying this because we learned the hard way. It might be 100. Wear like khaki or light colored pants. Trust me, the back of your legs will thank you the next day because the outdoor range, the sun is on the back of your body in
Not
the
a lot of
afternoon.
shade on our outdoor range.
No. So you definitely want a baseball hat and sunglasses for that range. And you definitely want to make sure if we're outdoors in the summer, you bring lots of water to stay hydrated. But you want to make sure that you've got those layers because it could be really cool, it could be really warm. And being able to adjust to the weather when the sun's out, when the sun goes away, is huge.
Mm-hmm. So make sure you kind of heed these things, and we're looking forward to seeing you in class.
Yes.
And we'll see you soon. Take care.